Hello and welcome. I'm AsandaNtini. For those of you who are new here, I do content on legal matters, lifestyle of a 20-year-old. I'm not 20, I'm turning 25 in 2 months. Get into today's video. So, how do you build your confidence while you are an introvert or somebody who suffers from mental health, mental illness, such as anxiety, depression, clinical anxiety? Well, I didn't know this when I was young. I thought I'm just shy. I was really socially awkward. Wang bingelela, when there's a setting of, I used to do this a lot, kamakhelwane wami, where I was like the only young person here. Like my sister is 5 years older than me. My cousin, well, sister is 5 years older than me. So we started school at different times. So I'd go and visit next door because they had a kid which was almost my age. So when I visit there and I see too many people, there were a lot of they're big families. So I'll get there and there are like five of them or six of them or two of them. And because I'm not used to seeing many people at once, I'll just be terrified, cried, and run away. That was my life until maybe 13, where I didn't need to go visit anywhere. That has been my life and my introverted self. And then as I grew, I popped up a lot. I always have something to say. One thing about me, I'm an introvert, but I have opinions. I'm not afraid to voice out my opinions. If I have an opinion about raising a kid, if I have an opinion, I'm going to speak about it, especially to people that I know. So a lot of people knew that I know. Safe to say that I grew up as a smart kid, and so if people ask me something, I already knew the answer. And when somebody speaks to me, I'll overcompensate and overshare sometimes and overspeak sometimes because you spoke to me. I am able to speak. I'm afraid to speak, but I have a lot to say. So that was me. And then grew up, was time to now be in social settings like varsity. And I went back to being reserved. I think I started being reserved when I changed high schools and came to a high school here, the high school which I ended up graduating from or matriculating from in South African context. I got there on the 10th grade and I did 3 years there. So, and there I came back and I was a different person. Leaving, I was somebody who, I can't say extrovert, but I had opinions. I liked my life. I could say I was wild in my 9th grade before I left Durban, and I knew I was leaving. So it's like I'm leaving, and I had the best farewell party through by grade 9 kids who decided that we're having a party at the park. Hi Nasipo, remember that? We did that, and that was me. And then when I came back, I had a different perspective, and I was growing in my faith, and I decided that I'm going to tame myself. That's what I did. Spoke right, walked right, wore the right length of skirt. I was that. But that's not really me. I know, it's wild. I speak a lot. Like I speak, I like looking good. I like wearing short stuff. I walk fast when I walk, but I also like having a great posture when I walk. But I've lost that because after having been trained to walk properly in modeling, because I did modeling a bit, and people will make fun of the fact that Asandu suhamba kanje. So I stopped. I started walking very fast, and now I'm trying to get back to that, and it's quite difficult. That's a story of another day. But then, let's get back to all over the place. I digress. This is what we are speaking about. We are speaking about being self-confident. Anyways, when I got back after having tamed myself, dating somebody older was not helpful because I then had to run with, and who was also a man of faith, had to run with the idea of being this tamed, well spoken, well mature lady. I did that, and I think it helped me in a way, prevented a lot of stuff like teenage pregnancy, all of that, but it didn't stop me from dating. So there's that. Fast forward to varsity, was quiet, come in class, leave class, go to rest, go sleep, deal with depression, deal with anxiety, be anxious when I'm sitting because of all the build up of being afraid of speaking to people that I didn't know and overcompensating the moment I speak to somebody or somebody wants to speak to me, oversharing, all of that. I struggled making friends. I struggled with making a lot of friends. From varsity, I think right now I have like four friends that I can confidently say these are my friends. The rest were people that I knew but was too afraid to build relationships with, and that's that. All right. Now, let's come back to this. What is a person who's an introvert? For many people, it's somebody who is shy, somebody who doesn't like speaking. Well, it could be, but some people like speaking, but only speak to people that they know. That is me. I don't know if I'm an introvert or whatnot. What is self-confidence then? How do you get self-confidence? Self-confidence for me is believing in yourself, believing in what you are speaking, believing in what you are doing. And that's self-confidence for me. How do you believe in yourself and how do you believe in what you do and what you speak? Why is self-confidence important? One might ask. Self-confidence is important because if you get into a room where you're going to be speaking, you're going to be sharing some knowledge, the moment that you are not confident in what you are saying, if I came in here and say, yeah, self-confidence is you would have clicked out of this video by now. But self-confidence is being assertive, helps in being assertive about stuff. It helps you being confident when you are going into an exam and you are confident. You tend to do much better. That's for me. When I went into an exam knowing everything that's in there, having studied, I did very well. I was not nervous, I was not anxious. Going into an interview knowing everything that I knew, I was confident, being confident in the fact that I'm fully qualified for this interview that I'm going into. I'm fully qualified for this exam that I'm getting into. Makes things so much better. Yes, obviously you'll be nervous, but you are confident in what you know. When you are approached with something that you do not know, you draw back from what you know and then you respond. That is me. That is what self-confidence does for me. Now, for somebody else, it could mean being confident in your sportsmanship, in whatever. That too. If you are not confident in yourself and you're walking into a gym and you get there and there are really strong women, there are women lifting weights, there are women doing all sorts of stuff, beautiful women. The moment you see that and you are not confident in who you are, confident in what you can do, you are unlikely to actually continue with working out. You are unlikely to work out properly, and you are unlikely to do very well in your workout if there is a workout. See? But for me, I'm confident, so when I get into a gym, I can go into the men's section because I know my body shows up. I know that I know what I'm doing, and I know that I can get it right. I'm confident. I've done it many times. But when I first started, even when I first started with this new gym, I was intimidated with going to the men's to the weight section because there were so many men. Now I know that there are so many men. I'm probably gonna be the only female, but I do not care. I like lifting weights, and I'm good at lifting weights, so I'll lift weights. So that's what self-confidence does. Self-confidence makes you be sure of who you are in a space or a room where you might in some way feel that you're not supposed to be there. It's your fight back from imposter syndrome. Somebody who is having imposter syndrome needs a bit more confidence. They need confidence in what they do. They need confidence in what they know. We've spoken about self-confidence, but there are people that are just rude, cocky. What's the other word? I don't know if cocky. is actually appropriate for the internet. But who are arrogant, what's the difference between arrogance and confidence? Somebody who is not confident but rather rude, rather arrogant, is somebody who has a low self-esteem. It's somebody who's actually not sure of anything that they are doing, but has so much pride. Like, I'm trying to find the right word, but umuntu ongayazi into ayenzayo. Yeah, just doesn't know what they're doing, but because they have a loud voice, like take somebody who's coming into an interview, might get the job because they are a big mouth, but does not know anything because they are so loud, they are so it's not nice. The person who is arrogant would not be kind and a bit humble. Now, don't be too humble. I'll do a video soon about how being humble could actually affect you. But humble in the fact that they are where they are and they are doing whatever that they're doing. Somebody who's arrogant does not care a damn, does not take regard of any other person. Somebody who's self-confident is very much aware of their beauty, very much aware of their intelligence, but they give grace to others. Well, I'm pretty, so you can't say anything to me. That's the difference. I think I've explained that well enough. Confidence, as I've indicated, helps in actually getting what you want. If you're not confident in your ability to do a job, you're probably going to screw up the interview. But if you are confident in doing the job and you are confident in the fact that you are able to do the job, you are very much likely to actually get the job. Other than somebody who comes in there qualified, probably more qualified than you are, but cannot speak because they are nervous, cannot speak because they are just not confident. Some are so out of touch with their confidence that might not even show up to an interview. I've done that. I've skipped an interview before because I felt like I did not belong there. And lucky for me, I applied for a different post in the same company, and I actually did end up getting the job, and it was a better job than what I was going to get if I had taken the job that I actually skipped an interview. Don't do that. Don't take this advice. If there's advice that you shouldn't take from me, do not take this one. Okay. And then once you have attained and are comfortable with yourself, do not look down on people that have not got there. Do not affect other people's confidence. If somebody feels good in what they are wearing, don't make them feel bad. If somebody feels good in how they look, don't make them feel bad. You might actually, if you have an opinion, a great, what's this word? Criticism, whatever it is, if you have some sort of criticism that is going to help, constructive criticism that's going to help with the person, whether it's how they dress or whatever, do it with grace. Somebody who's confident will not feel the need to bring that person down. They would speak to them, give them grace, tell them why whatever it is that they have an opinion is matters. They won't be aggressive. They won't be judgmental. You won't do that. That's the difference. That's the difference. If you are coming in with grace, I'm going to be able to actually accept or welcome whatever criticism that you have. And it tells me that you lack nothing. You do not lack confidence. So in you giving me an opinion of how I look does not mean that you are actually also assertive and confident in how you look or in how you do work, in how you do this and that. And it will not affect me. I'll accept it. See the difference. I have one last point because I have to leave very soon, in the next 10 minutes. How do you boost your confidence when people have affected it? Some people are mean. People are mean out there. Believe me, you're going to, in as much as you could work, maybe you try and start working on your confidence from the external, which is what I have started doing. I've started dressing. I feel that I'm more confident if I look good. I'm more confident if I wake up and dress up that day. I want that for myself, and that's how I've been working on confidence. So that's what you should do as well. That's what you should do as well. And the first thing that you need to do is actually come back to yourself when somebody says, "Oh, you don't look nice," or "I don't like that outfit," or whatever it is. You come back to yourself and say, "Mina, I woke up, I wore this. Maybe it was not appropriate for work. Maybe it was appropriate for work. Maybe I shouldn't wear this again at work, but I'm still confident in that I look beautiful." You cannot take away the fact that I know that I'm beautiful. So those are things that you go back to. You go back to yourself. You go back to things that you tell yourself. You go back to things that you are. If somebody says, how do you fight back when somebody says, "You dumb"? I'm like, I'm not dumb. You can say I made a mistake, but I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. You indicate the things that you are not dumb in. Futhi, you are not dumb. Nobody is dumb. They might make mistakes. They might make poor decisions, but nobody is dumb. And when somebody says you're dumb, you tell them that you are not dumb. And even make examples if you can. Like, I'm not dumb. I was able to do a law degree. I was able to actually do articles. I was able to do boards. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. Yes, I did fail a board, but I did pass others. I'm not dumb. That's how you respond. That's how you respond in life. And yeah, I hope that in whatever approach that you take with confidence, in whatever way that your confidence has been harmed, you find a way to go back to yourself. You are beautiful. You are confident. You are everything that you've ever dreamed of. Don't let people take that away from you. Don't let people tell you otherwise. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I hope that you actually continue being confident in yourself, because you deserve to be confident. Nobody could tell you otherwise. Okay guys, I love you lots, and I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.